That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't change it during the day,
You know what? I haven't changed that water all summer. So it is a little dirty. But I really like Henry's story. So he came in 1856 and was a young fella, 15 years old. He's going to work, sign up as an apprentice, does that for 7 years, gets his letter from his teacher, which allows him to then travel around and make money, right? And he must have saved every penny when he did that, because he was only a journeyman for 7 years. He meets the love of his life, Wilhelmina, Minnie they call her, and he and Minnie went up and built this shop in Wellington. So the family had stopped by here a few weeks ago, and I just love visiting with them because they said when he was in Germany, he had no prospects. He wasn't the oldest, he wasn't going to inherit anything, so he was going to be basically just a day laborer the whole time that he would have been there. So he moves to Wisconsin, learns the trade, saves up his money, goes up, and by 29 years old, he's a small business owner and he knows the trade. Talk about living the Wisconsin dream. Pretty cool.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Were the square nails that they used, were those forged by hand?
They would have been in the earlier, about 1850 and earlier, would have been forged by hand. There would be making the nails at the forge. But by this time in 1880s, we've got the Industrial Revolution. And so there's a machine in Milwaukee that's stamping them out and they're selling them at that Walmart across the way, right? But that's okay because other things have changed for us too. You know, we've got now machines like this, but more importantly on the farm, we've got better plows, we've got sickles, we've got all kinds of size, all those kinds of things, and they all need to be repaired. That's my job. The other thing is all those pieces of equipment, they need to be pulled by a horse. And so those horses, number of horses in Wisconsin has totally exploded. And I'm going to be doing about half of my business putting shoes on horses. Now that ends up being a really good business for me because a horse needs to have new shoes every 6 weeks. Just think if you needed new shoes every 6 weeks. Mom and Dad go bankrupt.
Did they reuse the old shoes and reforge them?
Well, nothing would go to waste, right? But they're going to use them probably not for a horseshoe. They're going to use them for something else. You could use them to build up an anvil, all kinds of different things. But usually they would not get, they wouldn't recycle them, so to speak, as horseshoes. Yeah, good question. And so a horseshoe is kind of interesting because a horse, of course, the